Now these Zerglings and these Banelings are out on the field. 8 more Zerglings on the way. This third base is up, and it's about to start running just now. Meanwhile, our Terran friend is just on 2 bases still, getting another factory. Probably going to pump out some more either Thors, because he's getting this armory, or just more Siege Tanks. Siege Tanks obviously very good against the Zergling slash Baneling part of this Zergling Baneling Muta combo that Zergs tend to play against Terran. Really the most common strategy to play against Terran. These Banshees being sneaky, going around, they're probably going to do some good damage on this third base of EGMachine. But meanwhile, we see a little poke here going in for Machine. These mutas are just so mobile that you can really do stuff like that. Just check out your opponent, see what's going on, see if there's any weaknesses you can punish him for. But we do see lots of turrets going down here. A turret going down here. It's both going to affect mutas coming in through this area here, and also this command center is going to be able to be put down. But we do see the Thor coming in. Mutas do come in though, just taking. There are quite a few mutas actually. There are 12 mutas right now. I believe 13 when those first appeared, and there are some changelings right there. Mutalisks really doing damage, getting right into that main base. Are they going to take out that Tech Lab? No, but it's burning, and if he doesn't repair it, bam, Tech Lab goes down. Alright, the Overseer did go down, unfortunately, didn't get out of there in time, was disintegrated by those Marines, but these changelings just following along these other Marines, just pretending like they're you know, normal Marines. A lot of SCVs being transferred over here, as well as a couple of missile turrets being ported in. These Banshees, I wish he would have been able to control those a little bit better. Terran weapons level 2 going down, so apparently level 1 went down at one point. Flyer attacks level 1 going down for those Mutalisks, which are coming in right now. Missile attacks level 1. And Roach Speed coming in, Glial Reconstitution. So we're going to see maybe a switch to Roaches, as well as Terran Vehicle Weapons 1. So that is the Siege Tank slash Thor upgrade. It's going to be very nice. This Muta Harass is really doing a lot of damage. These Marines not really in a place where they can come back, and those Thors are just so slow. They're very good against Mutas, but they're just so slow. And these Mutas coming out with just minimal losses. A bit of damage on each of them, but not a lot of losses. These Queens are getting actually a lot of energy. I'd like to see Machine controlling those just a little bit better. He'd have a ton more of larva to work with, but we see a couple Banshees being pesky, trying to take out this third expansion, the fourth base of EGMachine, but they are cleaned up nicely by that Overseer slash Mutalisk combo. And I wonder if those changelings are still alive. There is a changeling just right here on the ramp. I love this. I really love this. Especially being forced into those Overseers by the Terran buddy because of the Cloak Banshees. Why not use the energy to your benefit? That is a great use of those. Now a lot of mutas actually right here, a ton of mutas, 24 mutas coming in. Four missile turrets are really not going to be able to stop 24 mutas. More missile turrets being morphed in right now, and a couple of Marines coming in stimmed, and he gets out before the stim Marines are able to get to him. So forcing a stim at least there. Weapons level 2 is coming in for those Marines. But this force base is being put up. Spore Crawler to guard against those Cloak Banshees. Another hatchery coming down right here. Slightly unfortunately placed. Oh man, a bunch of SCVs not doing anything really. I'm not sure how they got there or why. But not a big importance. The big thing is if Siege Tanks siege up right here, they're going to be able to really shoot and shut down this base. That's why it's really not ideal for Zerg to take that, and then a drop coming in. 7 Marines. Usually you see 8, but hey, he's a baller. He knows. He only wanted 7 in there. Big deal. And he's probably going to drop that as this huge push comes in from Strelok. A huge push. And our Zerg buddy a little bit caught off guard by this. I think he wanted to get drones at his expansions more than build units, and that might come back to hurt him right now. These Overlords are so slow. If the Marines were to come in, oh man, no medevacs out actually. He's been committing so much to these Siege Tanks, Thors, and Banshees that he doesn't actually have medevacs. That's going to be huge, especially in this fight with the Banelings, where Banelings will do 35 damage, I believe, to these light ground units, the Marines. 35 damage exactly, and the Marines with only 45 life, when they stim again, they're only going to have 35 life, so one Baneling will just kill an immeasurable amount of these Marines. So not quite figured out, and here comes the big push from all sides. These mutas coming in, going to be able to take out all those siege tanks. Banelings coming in, doing a ton of damage, just taking out those Marines so quickly. These mutalisks and roaches are going to be able to clean up very nicely this attack, and probably going to be able to get this one too. This reinforcements that were coming in from Strelok. More roaches being produced, and 8 mutas on the way, as well as 2 siege tanks and a medevac. Finally a medevac. Coming in for Strelok, I really think that's way too late for him to be getting those medevacs. Maybe he should have concentrated less on the siege tanks and worried about those medevacs, because they really increase the longevity of your Marines, all of your ground units, in fact. Roaches being built. I liked that little sort of transition into roaches for Machine. He really needed something just to do some damage and take a lot of damage. So that is a very good thing to add into your army at any point, especially when he had that speed upgrade. So now we see Zerg Carapace 2 going down, Weapons 3 for the infantry going down for Strelok, and Armor 1, that's going to help out against those Zerglings. Missile attacks, level 2 going down for those roaches, and if he ever decides to get Hydras. Oh, and here, like I said, these siege tanks are going to be able to really just shut down this entire hatchery. Just as it's about to get up, it gets completely shut down right away. But he did still... Oh, and that drop must have done some damage. That drop I was talking about before, I must have missed that. But we do see Burrow coming down, as well as Zerg Flyer Carapace. We don't see that very often, because usually you don't want to actually engage with your mutas, but I suppose against these missile turrets it's going to help out quite a bit. These roaches, not long for life here, sort of misplaced, and they're actually going to be able to get away because they're a little bit faster. Wow, good to know. These overlords just spreading creep like maniacs. It's just a creep waterfall there. They are going to be taken out. He doesn't want to stim his Marines, so maybe that actually won't be taken out. And a big, should be bigger push coming in. Oh, okay, here we go. A ton of Banelings being morphed in. Like I said earlier, I like it when Zergs wait to the last second to get exactly what they need, so they know exactly what they need. That's very good. More Zerg coming in, and that Machine is able to clean that up very nicely. So Machine is able to just out macro, just take a ton of bases. I think that Strelok could have been more active about doing drops, maybe expanding a little bit more with some turrets and Thors as protection. Maybe leaving those Thors at home because they're so immobile, and protecting the bases as he expanded. But we did see Machine take that game pretty handily. So again, this was from the TL Open. Big shout out to Plexa, one of the admins from Team Liquid, for posting all these replays so that people like me can cast them. So thank you so much for listening, and look out for some more videos on my channel, youtube.com/FireXFredTV. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.